What's going on, YouTube? I am Germ here. In this video today, we're going to be talking about a very, very interesting and I do think important topic, overall answering a question on a lot of people's minds right now, which I think has a couple of different answers and really ultimately depends on how you're looking at it. But the question we're going to be answering today, obviously you can tell by the title, or is Paris overpriced? I don't know if I'm going to put it as a question in the title or as a statement or whatever. I don't know what's better clickbait. We'll have to find out. Maybe I'll try some different stuff out. But is Paris overpriced? And just kind of my response to people saying that Paris is overpriced. Not necessarily saying that it's not, but diving into some different numbers, some different takes and stances and angles that you can look at this from. Because I think in some ways, yeah, Paris is overpriced. But I think there's definitely some ways and some considerations you need to take into account with that. And just even saying that Paris is overpriced doesn't necessarily make it a bad investment or a bad choice either. Because I do understand how in some ways you could say Paris is overrated or overpriced or whatever. But hey, guess what? I'm still buying the sticker. So how does that all make sense? I don't know. We'll talk about in this video today. But first, I did want to plug my cash trading business really quick. This is a side hustle that I've been doing lately, obviously through the channel and through my Twitter and through all my social media platforms, where if you are looking to cash out of your CSGO items, skins, stickers, anything, I'm buying anything and everything. I've even had offers to buy full inventories. Obviously, the more expensive the items and the more stuff you have, the easier and more kind of enticing it's going to be for me. I'm maybe not as interested in $1 skin, but if you got a $5,000 inventory, maybe we can get a deal done. But obviously, you should hit me up on Twitter if you are looking to cash out. I've done crypto, PayPal, Venmo, Zelle, Cash App, all different kinds of stuff for people, and obviously it's a safe and secure and efficient way for you guys to actually turn some of your items into cash rather than Steam dollars or whatever, or going through some shady, scammy ways, or having to wait a ton of time selling all your items on some third-party marketplaces. So yeah, it's been a ton of fun for me to do. Hopefully I've been helping some people out as well by providing the service. With that being said, let's get right into this. So the Parasail, again, we do expect to be ending very, very soon. Again, the estimated date at this point from the teasers and the tweets that we have from Valve is that the Parasail will be ending on September 27th. It's possible that could get pushed back or delayed by a couple days. Who knows? But I think for the most part, we should be preparing for this thing to end on September 27th. So we have only a couple days left to make our final decisions of what we should or shouldn't do for Paris. And obviously, there's a ton of people wondering if Paris is overpriced. Is it overinvested? Is it overrated? Is it overhyped? I don't know. But what people are mostly talking about when they say this is the stickers, the team stickers, because obviously capsules, they're 25 cents. They can't really be overpriced. They can't really be, they can be overrated and they can be overinvested, and that's going to cut into the gains to some extent. But I think most people kind of agree that, hey, getting capsules at 25 cents overall is a pretty safe and sound investment. We don't know exactly how much those are going to go up or what the exact returns are going to be. But hey, if you're buying capsules for 25 cents or less on third-party marketplaces, you're probably going to make some amount of money. And I think with team holos and team stickers, you're still going to be able to make some amount of money. I think it's going to be a pretty safe and solid investment, but there are some people saying, hey, these things are pretty overrated right now. I think they're going to crash down. I don't think these are even going to be that great of investments. And I think there are really some stickers in Paris that are maybe not going to be great investments. I don't know if any of them are going to be negative investments, but it's possible because some of these prices are getting a little crazy. So if we look at the prices of Paris right now, we have 3 stickers under $1. This is kind of our really, really mega cheap tier, being Ents, Bad News Eagles, and Mongols, with Mongols being the only one of these 3 that is unique. So Mongols being a unique sticker under $1, that is actually pretty interesting. Then we kind of have this lower mid tier, between $1 and like $3 of Ninjas in Pajamas, Greyhound, OG, Into the Breach, Fours, Heroic, and Vitality. These are all kind of relatively cheap. Even here, Monty, Complexity, FaZe, Team Liquid still in there. Then we get into kind of this mid tier, this around $5 tier of Fluxo, 9, Navi, Pain, Fnatic, and G2, all in the kind of next tier up, in my mind at least. And then we get into kind of the uber tier of the $10 and up stickers, like these tiers are weird because they take big jumps. We go from $5 to like $10 between G2 and Apex. But we got Apex, Gamer Legion, Furia, and Mouse in this kind of upper tier. But even in the upper tier, there's some big gaps. Apex is $10. Mouse is pushing $14. And if we go back and look at the last couple of borderless majors, obviously being Stockholm and Antwerp, we will see at the end of the sale, Stockholm stickers were very, very, very cheap. The most expensive Stockholm sticker at the end of the sale was Copenhagen Flames at $2.05. Again, remember, there's only like 4 or 5 stickers in the Paris collection that are below $2. And the cheapest stickers, there was this many. What is this? This is like 17 stickers below $1 from the Stockholm collection at the end of Stockholm. So when you take a look at the gains, we can sort by the gains from the end of the sale to the peak and see that some of these stickers went up 105x, 67x, 53x, 50x, 30x, 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 26x, 16x, 15x. The worst sticker in the Paris collection from the end of the sale to the peak, from the Stockholm collection from the end of the sale to the peak, went up 6x. But these are at much lower prices. These are at stickers that are $2, $1 or less. These are not $15 stickers or $14 stickers going up, 50x. That's not what was happening. Now, obviously, we're in a different era. We have way more investors. We have way more players. We have way more hype with CS2 right around the corner. So obviously, it's natural for prices to go up. And especially after we see the crazy gains of something like Stockholm, more people are going to buy, more people are going to get involved, and some of those gains are going to be priced in, and that's why we've seen stickers get more and more expensive each time. We fast forward to Antwerp, and there's other reasons as well. Obviously, with the holos getting more rare and stuff like that, that's going to make prices go up. I know I'm going to get some nerd commenter saying that stuff too, but one of the main factors is obviously the gains getting priced in. We fast forward to Antwerp, and we see some much more expensive prices, and again, this makes 100%. This makes total sense logically because, again, they saw the gains that could be had for Stockholm, and people want those gains. People went in on those. It's going to bump the prices up. And, again, with Stockholm, we still don't see anything over $10 at the end of the sale, but we see a lot more expensive stickers. Cloud9 at $7, Imperial at $6, 9Z at $5, and you can see the overall gains start to go down. There's no 100x in Antwerp. There's no, not even a 50x. Even Heroic, the top sticker, was 35x from the end of the sale to the peak. We have some things at 25. We have some things at 20. A lot more in the 15, 10, but whatever, 15, 10x, 8x, 7x, that's still great. That's the returns in like 1 year. Those are still insane gains. But again, the price of the stickers went way up at the end of the sale, and the gains went way down. Now, obviously, we fast forward to Paris, and again, when we compare to Antwerp, the most expensive sticker is $7. The most expensive sticker in Paris is now $14. It's double the price. So even if we just looked at this, the Cloud9, which went from, it had a 7x gain to the peak, and it's had a 5x gain from the end of the sale to today. If you just doubled the price of that, if this thing was $14 at the end of the sale, now you're looking at 3.5x or like maybe 4x gains from the end of the peak to the sale. And again, 4x gains is nothing to scoff at, but that is maybe what we're looking at with Paris. And that's if you think Apex, Gamer Legion, Furia, and Mouse are as good as the Antwerp Cloud9, which I really don't, because again, Furia is not unique to Paris. Mouse is not unique to Paris. Apex and Gamer Legion are unique to Paris, and they're good-looking stickers, but are they as good-looking as the Cloud9 logo? Do they have the history, the fan base, all of that going for them that Cloud9 has? No. Like, I don't think they really compare. And again, those stickers are more expensive than Cloud9 was at the end of the sale. So I could already see those stickers having less performance than Cloud9, even at the same prices. Now those stickers are more expensive. So you just have to keep in mind that the gains that we're going to see from Paris, depending on how crazy CS2 gets. If CS2 explodes and it's this insane game and everybody loves it, maybe we're going to see some unprecedented gains, some unprecedented run-ups, I don't know. But all things equal, I think it's safe to say that Paris, probably is a little bit overpriced. The sticker price right now probably are a little bit overrated. But again, that's natural because when people are seeing 15x gains on average from Antwerp, they're going to want to get in on that. And people are going to buy into Paris, and it's going to run the prices up, and people are going to be pricing in these insane gains more and more often. The prices aren't going to stay low. They're not going to allow you to just get 15x for free. You're going to get less. So again, we also have to understand, look at these gains that Antwerp had. Again, Antwerp had so many 15x gainers, 10x gainers, 35, 20, whatever. And yeah, the prices from Paris are crazy. Prices are like double, maybe even more than that on average for the overall Paris holo prices. But still, even if you cut these gains in half, they are still very impressive gains. They're not anywhere near the breaking even territory. They're not anywhere near the losing money territory or being a bad investment or anything like that. And still, largely, these outperformed capsules. So I know there's so many people right now that are saying, hey, holos are overrated, I'm going for capsules. I think that's fine. There's more people saying, hey, holos and capsules and everything's overrated, Paris is overrated, I'm staying away. And to me, you're missing out on a big opportunity. So again, when I look at a lot of these numbers, relative to the other, borderless stickers and the borderless majors and the gains we saw, is Paris overhyped, overrated, overpriced? Maybe a little bit. Yeah, that's very, very possible. But again, if you just understand that that means, hey, you're going to have lower gains, and to not expect insane results, don't expect the returns we saw from Stockholm. Don't expect the returns we saw from Antwerp, but still expect and prepare for what could still be very, very solid and very, very reasonable gains, just at a scale that makes sense. Again, when the prices go up at the end of the sale, that's going to cut into your gains if we even reach the same points. Now, I think Paris overall is a very, very nice set. I think CS2 is going to do wonders for it. I think we're going to see some great performance in these stickers. But again, I'm not shooting for 15x returns. I'm shooting much, much lower, expecting much, much lower. If we get greater returns, awesome. That's great. I would love it. I'd be happy. But I still think we're a long ways away from break-even territory or bad investment territory or being able to lose money on these Paris Hollows. So that's why I have still been putting so much money in the Paris Hollows, even at these prices. Now, again, you have to keep in mind these higher-end stickers, again, the $10, the $13, the $14 stickers, it's going to be tough for them to have some big run-ups. Because if you look at Antwerp, what were the peak prices from Antwerp? 56, 37, 33, 32. So even if Maus ends up being comparable to one of the best performing stickers from Antwerp, say Maus goes to $30 or whatever, I don't even know if that's possible. Again, since it's not a unique sticker and it's going to be competing with Stockholm and stuff like that, I don't know. But even if it did that, that would just be 2xing in price, which I think a lot of people would be disappointed with. I think a lot of the value in Paris is going to come from those middle to lower tier stickers that actually are low enough and reasonable enough price to actually run up and have some decent returns. I think a lot of this higher end stuff is probably the most overpriced in Paris and the stuff I want to stay away from the most, and it's a place where I'm putting the least amount of money in. But I still think these lower end and mid tier stickers, the $5 and under stickers from Paris, I still think are in a very, very reasonable and great price range and have a ton of room to still have some very good gains. Again, are we going to see the 105x returns from Stockholm or even the 35x returns from Antwerp? No, probably not. But I don't think that means you need to avoid Paris altogether. And ultimately, I do think avoiding Paris altogether, the hollows or the capsules or either one, is going to be a pretty big mistake and overall could be an investing blunder. But I don't know. There's only one way to find out. But that's pretty much it for this video today, guys. Hopefully I catch you in the next one. Until then, peace.